What's going on, you guys? AM Sports Cards here, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys 5 tips for the Sport Card Expo this fall in Toronto. Number 1, let's start with they have lots of other sports and trading cards. A lot of people ask, since it is a Canadian show, do they have any other sports? And to answer your question, yes. Now, don't get me wrong, most of it is hockey, but for me, that's obviously a good thing. I go there looking for lots of hockey, but if you are a football fan and basketball, baseball, they still have tons of stuff for you. Obviously, I collect football basically just as much as I collect hockey, and I really have no problem finding anything in Toronto. For Yu-Gi-Oh, and Pokemon, I really don't really look for that stuff, but I see there's tons of Pokemon and things like that. So I'm sure there's no problem looking and finding those things as well. Number 2 is the parking. So a lot of people, if you haven't been before, talk about the parking. And for me, the parking has never ever been a problem. It's a huge parking lot, and especially if you get there, let's just say 30 minutes before it opens for the day, you'll have no problem finding a park, especially around the 30-minute mark, I'd say, even a little bit earlier. There's lots of parking. It's very spacious, and I've never had a problem with the parking, so parking shouldn't be a problem for you guys. Tip number 3 is the trade night. So if you're going for the weekend to the Sport Card Expo, if you're hitting every day, I recommend the trade night. Now, if you're going for only one day, then really this one doesn't really, I guess, matter to you, but I really enjoy the trade night. I think the trade night's very fun. Everybody's really willing to negotiate. Everybody's willing to trade, and I think overall it's just a fun time with a bunch of people. Obviously, there are vendors there, but they're not set up as vendors, so, everybody's willing to negotiate. There's always, negotiation. There's always room on everything people are selling. Tip number 4 is it possible or is it good to just go for one day? Now, to me, I wouldn't say going for one day is the best thing if you're trying to get the full Expo experience. Now, look, if you're just going to, browse around, I'm not really looking for too much, just want to go there, look around that stuff, then I think one day is not the worst. But which will lead me to the next part in this tip, which I have on the screen: autographs. These autograph lines could get nuts. They could get really crazy, especially if they're Leafs. I remember Matt Sundin's, I think either last year or the year before, his line was crazy. And I'm sure it's going to be crazy for a lot of people like Shea Weber. And I'm sure Max Domi will have a huge line since he's a current Leaf. I think there's a couple other current Leafs going there. Like, if you're going one day, you're getting an autograph, and you're trying to look around at everything, I really don't recommend that, just because, again, the autograph lines could get nuts. They could get really, really crazy, and it's just going to take time away from you looking at the stuff you want to look at. But, I mean, look, if you buy a fast pass and you do it, I mean, that's a different story. But for ones who are just buying a normal autograph, standing in the line, and then you still got to look at a bunch of stuff after, I really don't recommend that, just because you're really cramming everything in, and I don't think you'll enjoy the experience as much as you should. Last but not least, tip number 5 is about food. A lot of people, you walk around, it takes a lot, you're on your feet, you get hungry. Yes, they have food there, but I really, really, really strongly do not recommend you buy the food there. It is insanely expensive. I cannot kid you that enough. I think it's like $20 for chicken fingers and fries. It's nuts. I really don't recommend it. I mean, if you're willing to spend it, I mean, hey, I can't tell you no, but I really don't recommend it. I think for me, I mean, most of the time for me, I usually I just don't eat. Like, but that's just me. Like, I could get away with just not eating, so I'll just not eat. Wait till the night when it's said and done, or if I get hungry, I'll go with whoever I go with. We'll just leave, and there's a whole road down the street of a bunch of restaurants, and I'm sure it's cheaper to just go to those. So, I'll leave if we're hungry. I'll leave. We'll go to, and that's a good thing about the expo is you could actually leave with your wristband on, and you could come back for free, just get back in there because you already paid, which is great. So, and parking, like I said, parking's really not a problem. You could leave your parking spot, and if you're lucky, I mean, you could get it right back, and maybe it's open or there's other parking spots available. So for me, it was never a problem, and they have a bunch of restaurants down the street, so I'll just go to one of those. But really do not recommend the food at the expo. It is insanely expensive, and it's just not worth it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's just a video helping you guys if you guys are new to going to the Toronto Sport Card Expo. Personally, I've been going to this pretty much my whole life, so I think these tips are very helpful, and I think they'll help you guys because, again, it's very overwhelming. Like I say it to whoever I go with, or if they ask me how it was, it's very overwhelming. You go there and there's just everything you could think of is there. So I understand it could get overwhelming. So hopefully this video helps you guys just be a little bit more prepared and just know what you're looking for. Thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you guys are going to the Toronto Sport Card Expo. And I'll see you guys in the next video.